Well, hello and welcome y'all to the Super Carlin game.
I love the y'all.
Yeah. Oh man, welcome y'all to the Super Carlin game, Mario Kart Roulette Challenge. Where Ben and I are trying to 3-star, of course, random chosen cards and characters. Man, I can get 2 seconds past y'all without y'all.
It was
that was a natural y'all.
Very, very good way to start the episode.
Oh man. One of these days I'm gonna get through the whole thing and not break down from character.
We'll see.
We will see. Ben, we 3-starred last time. There's
did.
a lot on the line.
Right. So,
We are back on top. But look at the setups we had were about as good as we could hope for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I did in that race. I feel like I was focusing entirely on giving advice.
I think you had a quality 7th place.
A quality 7th.
Quality
place.
7th.
Okay.
All right. So let's see if now I am in like the danger zone here of landing on heavy characters.
Yeah, you need like a less.
I need
than
like
10.
I need like a big number. So
Yeah.
Callie,
Like
let's
a
see what we
big,
got.
meaty 29.
So that's not that's more like
Inkling boy.
Inkling boy. Can I get a follow-up roll to choose color?
3.
Okay.
Well, that was
That was uneventful. Blue it is.
And 27.
27. All right, so 7, 14, 21, 28. No.
Oh, Callie.
These are horrendous
How have we
rolls.
fallen? We went from like 2. Oh my goodness.
I'm not happy about
You got Frogman, Ben? I'm not even. We're gonna get such awful freaking carts. I can already feel it. I can feel it.
I'm thinking orange. One of us will
One
have
of us
orange
will have
wheels.
orange tires. Yeah, that's for sure.
2.
Okay, I'm still in the Mercedes. That's,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
4.
Okay. Oh, not bad tires. Okay.
26.
1. Oh god. So I think it's 13, but let's see. Yep. So this is it. Huzzah.
12.
Oh.
Master cycle.
29.
Hey, we got the same tires.
Hey.
Look at that.
25.
We're feeling slick. You have. Oh my god, the traction. Yours was it. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be slip sliding all over the place. Oh yeah, Ben.
Oh my gosh.
You've got a weird. You're gonna be so fast and so slippery. Oh,
This is
geez.
not good.
But we actually have pretty similar again in those
do.
terms.
We
I'm
do.
gonna be about about there. A little more traction. We will see. We will see. Look. Oh, but guys, look at that glorious 3-star-ness. Which means we are on to. Oh my gosh, the special cup though. We have 0 stars on.
0.
Zero stars.
We've never even started.
We've never even started. We've gotten the gold. We have not starred. I think the Rainbow Road is part of the big problem here.
Yeah.
This is a tough Rainbow Road. This is this game's version here. We go.
Yeah, I don't think Rainbow Road with this poor of traction is gonna be.
Oh my god! Yeah, we're gonna be slipping right off this track,
Ugh.
big time. We'll see. If we have 3 first place going into Rainbow Road, I'm gonna be so nervous.
Best to just not pay attention.
Let's
to
just
it.
not even think about it.
Just avoid it
That's
at all
right.
costs.
Zen mind.
What do you do to keep writer's block away and keep the motivation and creativity up?
Oh boy. This is, anymore it's like our job, so that's pretty motivating in terms of that. But, oh my gosh, there we go. I'm trying to think back to year 1 when we had to constantly come up with things.
Yeah, that was not super easy.
It was not super easy.
And at that point in time, I think we were just constantly looking for any kind of inspiration, period. You know,
Right.
It was like, if something seemed marginally conversational, it was like, yes.
Yes. So I think part of it was that we were in fact it was like you have to have a product done today, right? Like you must put something out.
Right.
So like it wasn't questionable, and I think that's part of the thing. People are like they don't want to put something out until they have a good idea, and I think it like works like reverse psychology a little. It's like if you force yourself to put something out, you were going to have to like settle on an idea.
Right.
And it's like what I think you start to find is that it sounds like that's a poor phrase. It's like settling for an idea, but like landing on an idea at all is better than not having produced content, period.
Well, and there's also a little bit of that like 10,000 hours rule, like where you need to get like very good. So like your masterpiece isn't gonna come until after you've done a whole lot of something else anyway. So it's like just keep producing, and let that major breakthrough happen. You know, in due course.
Right, and you'll get like better at like knowing what ideas you're having that are good or feel good. You know, like the more you produce, the more you'll know like
how
what
to
works, and and like other like more practical hands-on things are journaling is very good, or like always carry phone is probably the thing to carry, or I'll say like a physical notebook. I used to have like a little black notebook I would carry around with me, and if like you have an idea at all, if you think at all it could be an idea, just write it down. Write down the things you're thinking about at that moment.
This happens to me all the time. Like we were flying back from London in this past week, and I was listening to Harry Potter on the plane, and there was like multiple occasions where I was like, oh my gosh, like we can make a video about that thought. And I'm sitting on the plane half asleep, and I'm like, well, I'll remember when we land. And then I land, and I'm like,
got nothing.
What was my idea?
Yep.
Where did it go? So I do think that the more you are producing content, the more you will like cling to those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, like this is something I could talk about.
Yes. And I'm gonna revisit journaling real quick here.
Sorry.
I think people get intimidated by this. They're like they don't know how. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Literally, write about the day before. You don't have to sit down and like write about all your feelings and all the things that happened. Just simply write in sentence form what happened to you and what you did the day before. Like yesterday, just yesterday I did this, and like it just gets you good at like writing, and eventually I think what you'll find is that you'll start leaning into it and be like, oh, I did this and that made me feel this way, but like just the act of like getting used to writing daily, even if it's just real basic, simple, doesn't matter stuff. Like, you know, I think people think of journals as these like amazing things that people are gonna look back on one day and like judge the crap out of you for, or that have to be like very well written and stuff. It's just like
I think
it does not.
My issue is with journals is I always think that they need to be like interesting entries.
Right.
And I think what you underestimate is how interesting what seems mundane at that moment can ultimately end up being. It's like, oh my gosh, it turns out that like I have been feeling a certain way consistently over the past 6 months. And you can start to like identify patterns within yourself and even affect change in your life.
That is true. That's true. Chances are, like, yeah, it doesn't need to be like a well-written, meticulously thought out things, you know, because even like, first of all, if you think other, it's not like I ever go back and reread like journal entries very often, but I'll start to notice sometimes like, oh, I've like mentioned this thing, yeah, like 6 times, or I've said, wow, this is bothering me over and over and over, and like even that could be like a freaking vlog right there. You know, this thing that keeps bothering you over and, you know, whatever it is. So, there you go. Those are my thoughts on how to overcome writer's block and stay motivated.
I like it. Yeah. What else we got, Callie?
Jay, what have you learned thus far about being a dad, and Ben, what have you learned about being an uncle?
Oh my goodness.
Man,
so much. Like, that you pretty much do anything for your kid. That is the number one thing I think I've learned. That, like, all of a sudden, things that seem so important, you will immediately just decide aren't as important as, like, sitting on the couch, holding your child, or, like, you know, changing their diaper, or letting your wife sleep for an extra 20 minutes. It's like, oh, I can't go to the gym today. Beth needs 10 more minutes of sleep, you know? Like, stuff that, yeah, like they are become like just the focus and the reason for you doing anything.
Right. No, I can totally see that, and it's really interesting too, because I think that like with the coming of Luke, who is like the first grandchild on either side of our family, there is a certain amount of like passing over the baton of who everything revolves around. Mm-hmm. So like, you know, throughout history, every time we've ever gone to like visit relatives and everything, they always wanted to know like, what is the latest happenings in our life?
Right.
And it's almost like Luke is the start of this new generation of that no longer being the case.
Right.
You know, it's
we're
like,
no longer the interesting ones.
Right, like all of the interesting stuff that was going to happen in our life is already, you know, basically already.
That's basically now we're just like riding it out to the finish line.
Right. No, I think it's true. I think there's like a priority given to something that I think had previously been given to us. that is now placed elsewhere. I
Really
also
relief.
think.
I don't like answering all those questions.
Yo, right?
Right.
Seriously. Like, yes, we're still running cross country.
It's still hard.
It's still hard. It still hurts every time. But you should do it anyway.
You should do it. And that's the number one advice I think we give on this
Yeah, run
show
cross-country.
is run cross country, solves problems. Running's cathartic. You'll make friends and maybe date people.
Yeah. It's always a good
Don't
shot.
get caught up in that teen drama though.
Ooh, drama.
The drama llama, it's there. It stalks the cross country. Anyway, never mind. Next question. I'm just getting off topic and
What do
reminiscing.
you do if you don't get along with your parents?
Oh my
Or
gosh,
just
this is
one parent?
difficult. Ben, this might be more for you.
What?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really not gotten along too well with mom and dad.
Have I ever not got along well with mom and dad?
Maybe in high school. I don't know. Oh goodness me.
That is a really good question. I think honestly one of the biggest things that I've learned in getting older is finding resolutions to problems, or reaching resolution with the people you have problems with. Where I think a lot of times when people are upset about something, there is this building moment, and then there's like the light it on fire moment when like you just can't take it anymore and you're gonna explode and lash out or say something or whatever the case may be. I think a lot of times what comes with that explosion is relief, where a lot of times if you're really mad, as soon as you make your voice heard, it's a lot easier to...
Right at the finish line, the frickin' blue shells, man.
It's a lot easier to feel better without the problem having been actually resolved. So I've noticed this. My girlfriend owns a family business, and she works like directly with her sister and mother every day, and she is her mom's boss, which is a very like interesting dynamic for them to be kind of going through. And I know that like a lot of times they're juggling a whole lot of different dynamics as a result of that. But what'll happen is if they're ever working on something, like they could potentially have an argument about something, but they never actually go through and figure out like what caused the argument to begin with, and how can we get to the root cause of it and make sure that like going forward this isn't going to continue to be an issue. So I think that that's always something that if you're, so maybe not just parents but people in general, if you're having issues where you feel like your parents aren't giving you enough space, or they're giving you too much space, or they're not giving you enough guidance, trying to figure out how to express that to them in a way that they can then try to make it less of a
They
problem.
can like act upon.
Yeah. What do you think you would do, Jake? Like if you ended up like being at odds with Luke?
Oh my
obviously you're
gosh.
probably like a good 13 years away from that.
Oh, I don't know. We were at odds last night. He was like, I was like, I want to sleep, and he was like, I don't want you to sleep.
So what did you say to him?
Oh
How did
my
you guys
gosh.
meet resolution?
Oh my gosh, mostly I just didn't sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you let him win.
I wouldn't say I let him win. There's not much. Here's the thing. Here's a great. This maybe is actually a good answer. The answer is don't think about anything when it comes to relationships in terms of winners and losers, right? Like there's no. It's like if you win, you know what I mean? Does that make sense at all? Like. Winning and losing is for like the field, like otherwise you just need to be like working it out. It's not like someone's right or wrong. Like obviously, I think I've said this on here before, but like we have gosh, this Rainbow Road is sucking. Not that it matters. That like if you're like Beth and I go to like a life group where it's like all like married couples and stuff.
Sure.
We're super cool 30-year-old people. 29 right now, but soon. And one of the things, the piece of advice that always stands out to me from that is that like, and it's just like a little saying, but like if you are like, if you're always winning, then you're sleeping next to a loser. And it's like, that. I think that means like two things, like you wouldn't want to like be married to a loser, and at the same time, but it's like that's also how they're feeling, like, and that's not good. That's not healthy. Like, so if you think like winning is the answer, it's like not really. Like that just means someone else lost, and that's good when you're like playing Mario Kart or something, but not so good. Like right now, Ben and I both losers. My gosh, This is the worst. This is the worst.
Yeah, this is not. This is really.
We had a strong showing with 2 first places.
I still cannot, for the life of me, figure out how I'm supposed to brake and drift at the same time without coming to a complete stop.
You need to be pressing the A button and the B button at the same time.
Right, but like if I do that,
Oh. I'm watching your screen. I'm watching your screen.
Alright, so drifting.
Yep. We got. You weren't quite drifting.
See, I feel like I'm not going quite fast enough if I do that.
It's weird. You gotta let the sparks start and then start hitting the brakes.
Okay.
Spark start. That might be the trick.
Spark start.
Oh no! I didn't even get first.
Oh gosh. It continues to foil us.
This is gonna be our Everest. We are going to no. That's like if you don't get a trophy. Oh. This is gonna be a silver.
A silver.
Cup.
Oh, you're right. Man.
Yeah. That's just, I mean, it's not equally embarrassing, but
you know what? We walked away with a new 3-star in today's shooting schedule. We just came back from London where they say schedule. Session schedule.
Oh, it's so ugly.
It's hideous.
I don't like it. Oh my gosh, look at that. How would you like to be like, it's like, here, you're the king of this country, here's a silver crown. You're like, it's like saying you're not really. It's like a way to undermine the king, is presenting them with a silver crown instead, you know?
True.
This was like given by some sneaky usurper assistant to the crown who wants you to look foolish in front of your country.
That's exactly
what it is.
We're definitely not reading too much into it.
Not reading too much into it. Nope. Metaphors are meant. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We need to exit this episode.
We need to exit. This was not a good episode, race-wise. Thank you for liking this video anyway. You guys are so cool like that. Please. Even when we get silver cups, you like the video and you subscribe to the channel because you're so cool. Man, way to go, guys.
Way to go.
Participation, applaud you. And I will see you in the next episode where if you leave us some questions in the comments, Ben and I will answer them if Callie thinks they're good enough. And if she doesn't,
too dang bad.
Take it up with her. We will see you there.
Bye.
Bye.